Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to Final Fantasy Brave Exodus video, and I hope that my microphone is pretty close to me, because I mean, if I get any more closer it's gonna be on my head. I can't get any more closer than this, guys. I've measured it out, it's like 8 inches from my face, which I've researched is like 4 to 10 inches is the proper, measurement. So if you guys say you still can't hear me, then I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. Anyways, we have some reviews to talk about. We have Charlotte, we have Fina, we have Physalis, we have Lawrence. So yeah, we got some stuff here, guys, and let's get into it. I know I'm talking like a robot, but we got Knightly Paragon and Lawrence. What? His name is cooler than the unit itself. Unfortunately, there's a lot of flaws with this kid, and it's expected from a 5 to 7 star. Although, guys, don't be discouraged, because a lot of the 5 to 7 star units in the future actually will be not too bad. Like, for example, Zat. I don't know if that's actually how you pronounce it or not, but I'm just gonna go with it. The old guy with the armor, he's actually a very good 7 star magic tank. So you can say here that Lawrence is terrible, but in the future they become at least decent again. Decent is the keyword. So, not the keyword of the video. Just decent is in that reference. So basically, he has almost no kit. He has covers that are on a cooldown, which is one of the worst things you can do in terms of being a tank. Yes, let me have my tank have his covers on a cooldown ability. Yes, that's very reliable. At least he has a provoke with auto revive on it, similar to Charlotte. So at least he has that. Wait, does Charlotte have? I think she does. Someone had provoke with auto revive on it. I don't know if it was Charlotte or not. I can't remember. Anyways, honestly, that's really the only thing he has going for him. He has Mirage, but it's on his Zone Burst. But he does have a move that I think you can do with that as well, without using his Zone Burst. His Zone Burst does provide 3 Mirage stacks, but like the part where all of his covers are on cooldown, on a cooldown ability, it's just like, it ruins his score. You can't even like say that that's good. In no way can anyone ever say that a cooldown cover is ever good, because you'd always want to have something on a regular ability like Fina and Daisy. So he has a really good STMR, and he can be a provoker if you really want him to be. That's about it. He can't really do anything else. So 5 out of 10, that's pretty quick. 5 out of 10 for him. His STMR is very good. You'll not be sad if you get it. Moving on, we have, I know the next 2 units everybody's going to want to hear most about, so make sure to stay tuned, because I'm going to be talking about Fina and Charlotte back to back. Anyways, so her Brave Shift form has all the good stuff, but I will say that her normal form also has some good stuff, including charm resistance and stop resistance and stop removal. So there are good things on both sides. I will say though that Brave Shift form has way better stuff, including zombie cure, stop and charm cure, stat buffs, 90% elemental resistance, and also AoE auto revive not on a cooldown. And her Brave Shift form is something very unique, or at least for now. So it basically is a perfect dispel, and a perfect dispel for you, but in the opposite way, where it dispels your debuffs, but removes the boss's buffs. So it's a very good limit burst. Incredible limit burst. Too bad it's on her Brave Shift form, which you can't use for very long. Let's get into the negative sides about Fina. She has no dual cast in her Brave Shift. And I checked out and I researched this in the wiki. I even used Control F to see if, maybe she can use some abilities that, like, there was some unit that had, like, didn't have dual cast in her Brave Shift form, but because it wasn't showing up on the wiki, but she actually had it. I don't think it's the same case for this. I don't think she has dual cast in her Brave Shift form. Unless they buff her, which I don't think that's going to happen. And don't get your hopes up for a S teamer either. I think that was just a copy paste. I mean, they could change it, but I mean, it's still a really terrible S teamer. Let's be honest here. A pre-buff move, I don't know why you would ever waste a slot on that for some small stats. Even if they buff it to like 150%, that's not worth giving up elemental resistance or something like that. So really, that's a big problem. And also, she can only stay in Brave Shift form for 1 turn, so you gotta kind of decide what you want to use. And the cooldown is 5 turns. That's a long time, guys. You can't just use a Brave Shift form whenever you want. You really want to use it when you need it, more than when you want to do it. So, for example, if the boss has zombie, you want to save that for when you can. So, there's a lot of downsides to her, but I know you guys want her to be positive. I know you guys want her to be good because everybody has a whole bunch of her, and no one's able to really get Aerith. And Aerith, you know, a lot of people don't really like Aerith too much, the Neo Vision version, and stuff like that. I know you guys are, a lot of free-to-play players are watching this right now, and they want Fina to be good. And yes, she has a lot of good things about her, but I can't just say, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, close my eyes and just pretend that she doesn't have any cons about her. I'm sorry to deliver the bad news, but yes, Fina does have a lot of bad things about her. The 5 turns cooldown on being able to do her Brave Shift form is ridiculously long. That should not even be a thing. She should have infinite turns. Yes, her Brave Shift limit burst is, I would personally say it's overpowered because it's that insane. But it's not to the point where like you would be restricted. And no dual cast at all, so you can't even take advantage of being able to at least use all that stuff in 1 turn. So that's gonna drag down her score a lot. I'm sorry, don't hate me. I know Fina, everybody's looking forward to Fina. I get it. But I'm not gonna lie. If I start lying, then I'm just not gonna do any more reviews. If I hype stuff up all the time, I'm not gonna do any more reviews. So I will always tell the truth here. So my review on her is going to be 8 out of 10 because no dual cast, and also you can't stay in a very strict form for very long. But it's not to say that she has a lot of other things in her normal form. Of course, like I said, she has a lot of other things that she can do. I will say that a lot of her older moves are not as relevant anymore. They're kind of outdated. But you can probably still make it work. People have been using Lotus Mage Fina on the JB side just fine. So 8 out of 10 is a very high score, even with all those faults. So don't be discouraged. Don't start typing in the comment section, oh my god, you talked bad about my unit that I was saving for a long time. I'm just being honest, and if you don't like me being honest, then go watch someone who's just gonna hype up a unit and not tell you the truth. Hashtag facts, by the way. And moving on to Charlotte, another fan favorite I know is gonna people want to hear about, but we're gonna have to move into it. We're gonna have to get into it. So, you know, it has a permanent dual cast. You don't have to unlock it anymore with one of her, I believe it was like a cooldown with her enhancements. You don't have to do that anymore. And her Brave Shift form is actually quite insane. 80% AoE magic mitigation on her limit burst, which is, that's mind blowing. That's a lot of mitigation. Demon and Reaper mitigation at 30%. I don't know if that's the highest. I still feel like that. I think that's still the highest. I wrote that back on the JB side vibes. I think that still might be one of the highest. No Pwn does not exist and stuff like that, so it's unfortunate. And the greatness ability gives 90% magic mitigation AoE. And oh, there it is. That's what I was talking about, guys. So her new provoke gives her HP variant auto revive, which is nice. So she can kind of just loop that for a little bit. The bad thing about her, and really the only bad thing about her, is that you can't stay in a Brave Shift form for very long, so you kind of have to take advantage of it. And the cooldown is insanely long, 6 turns. What were they thinking when they were doing this stuff? Like, why are the cooldowns so long? There's no reason for them to be that long, really. There's no reason. So, with comparing Finzi to Charlotte, obviously Finzi will have way more stats, and also she has preemptive cover, which just preemptive cover. I mean, it's just like a trump card, really. It's one of those things that just, hey, I've got preemptive cover, you don't. So yes, preemptive cover will be useful in some trials upcoming, including the White Dragon. And Charlotte's not going to do too well in that trial, but she'll do well in a lot of other trials that don't need preemptive cover. So with that being in mind, I will be giving her an 8.5 out of 10. She would have a 9 if she had less turns on that cooldown period. 6 turns is an extremely long time, and you guys can't even disagree with that. Like 6 turns. Imagine waiting 6 turns to be able to brave shift back again, to be able to use that 80 to 90% mitigation. That's just too long. So 8.5 out of 10, she's very good. She has a lot of good things about her. If you're facing demons, for example, you're gonna have very good mitigation, because if you don't know about this mechanic, basically racial mitigation acts differently from other mitigations, like just like general works differently from magic and physical. So for example, I have 30% demon mitigation. I can still have general, physical, and magical mitigations on top of those things. So that's how that works. It's an additional mitigation that you can have. And the reason for that is because it's very situational. So you won't always be able to face a demon, so it won't always be useful, right? So that's why it's not like, oh my god, I can't stack it or something. You can stack it, because it's not very consistent. You won't always be fighting a demon or a reaper, for example. So anyways, hopefully that helped you out, guys. So if you watch all the way to this part of the video, make sure to type in hashtag. That'll be a cute, unique one. Hashtag will be the first keyword in this video. There'll be another one later on. So moving on to finally the main event. New Vision Physalis is here. We got her. I actually redid this whole slide, by the way, because her original JB slide was a mess. And I've been using her for a long time now, and I just feel like I wanted to just make a whole new one. So here we are. 150% true dual wield in her normal form, and 200% true dual wield in her brave shift form. 6 times cap, or 600%. 6 times cap is a legacy number, by the way. 600% is more accurate, and you guys will understand that in the future. She's very similar to Ibarra. She's a magic chainer, but she can also be a magic finisher. She excels in both of those roles, by the way. Very, very good at that. She has wind, ice, and water elements. She has fairy and demon killer passives, and also buffs that she can give herself, and also allies. She has permanent mod buffs, which is nice. You'll need those for sure. And she can provide elemental, yeah, there we go. Ice element boost and killers for an ally, which is nice. And she has ways of filling her limit burst gauge with the grain disability, and allow her to use those mod buffs. So she has a lot of strength about her. Like, if you know about Ibarra, if you've been using Ibarra, then you basically already have a pretty good understanding of how Physalis works. You can bring her into Dark Vision. She has Ice Magic Finish with her Limit Burst, both Limit Burst, by the way. Although her Brave Shift Limit Burst is much stronger. At least I think that's how that went. And there are some downsides now that I've figured out over the past few months of using her. She needs her Limit Burst filled every turn. Yes, her grand stability helps her out with that, but once that goes away, then you're gonna need someone to help you. So Finzi can help with that. Realm, when she comes out, she'll be a very good unit to help you out with that. If you don't know anything about Realm, I have a video dedicated completely to her, so go check that out if you want. And her water element, I figured this out recently. Like, why does she have a water element in her Brave Shift form? You can't even use it for very long. So for example, if you needed someone who can use a water element, she is not your person. It's in her Brave Shift form, and she can't stay in her Brave Shift form for very long, just the same as Ibarra. So those are the only negatives I can think of. Her vision card and her S team, yes, it gives attack, but it doesn't matter. I don't know why it does. I don't know why they decided on that, but it doesn't matter. It is what it is. Anyways, guys, my final verdict, I'll be giving her an 8.5 out of 10 for being a very, very strong magic tank. Magic damage dealer, sorry about that. Magic damage dealer. She's very strong in that role, very similar to Ibarra, like I said. So if you liked Ibarra and you want someone else to be something like that with different elements, then Physalis is your person. But I think a lot of people are going to be seeking for Terra. So this is kind of like a pit stop. So yeah. That's about it. That's the review, guys. Hope you guys liked it. Hopefully it helped you out. Hopefully it informed you. And if it did not inform you, please give a dislike on the video. If you did help, please give a like on the video. Likes are helpful a lot, guys, more than you can think. You want, oh, it's just, just whatever, but actually likes mean a whole lot. So if you can like the video, it will really helpful. And let me know if any of these characters are your favorites or you're going to be using them right away. I can already guess 2 of them are what are going to be the most popular in this video. So if you watch all the way to the end of this video, make sure to type in hashtag Fina. Hashtag Fina. That'll be the second keyword. There was 2 keywords in this video. So if you watch all the way through the whole video, make sure to type in those 2 keywords. That'd be greatly appreciated, and I'll know that you watched the whole thing. Alright guys, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.